Hi. If you're here, your nervous system might be tired. Tired of outrage, tired of violence on your screens, tired of feeling like the world is splitting into sides and everyone is yelling. This is a place to come back to yourself. To remember that your body was not designed to live in a constant state of alarm. Right now, just notice your breathing. You're here. And in this moment, you are safe enough. I want to say something honestly. I have not been above this. I have felt anger. I have picked sides. I've judged entire groups of people. I've felt grief watching the world. In fact, I'm filming at night because this is how long it took me to agree with peace today. My nervous system has gone into survival mode too. And when it does, my thinking becomes narrow. My heart, it tightens up. I put walls all around it. I stop seeing human beings. And I start seeing enemies amongst my friends, amongst my family, in my community, in the country, in the world. I've created so many enemies. And I have some good news for you. That is not evil. This experience of tribalism, it's not evil. It's actually biological. But staying there It hurts us. It hurts us. And that's not how the world is gonna heal. So this channel is my practice of learning how to return to peace. Again and again and again. And I want to learn with you. Okay, so here's the simple neuroscience of why we are all feeling this way. Here's what's happening. When we constantly watch threat, outrage, and suffering on our phones, our TVs, the brain's threat system, the amygdala, it stays switched on. And it becomes so dominant that even when we are just trying to relax, it doesn't turn off. Stress hormones flood the body. The nervous system shifts into survival mode against my own family and friends and neighborhood and country and the world. In that state, we see danger faster than the possibility of hope. We assume the worst fast. We divide into us versus them, like we're on a battlefield. I'm on my couch. I'm not in a battlefield out there. I'm on a couch, fighting hard right now, fighting like this from my couch. I'm fighting. We react instead of think. And here's the hard truth. Fear spreads so fast. It's contagious. So if it's got you too, take a deep breath. Let's talk about it. Okay. So our nervous systems sync with each other based on what we're seeing and what we're hearing. Fearful voices activate fear in us. Literally, our neurons notice the fear in the environment and then they decide, all right, we gotta be scared too. And this is why fear is so powerful in media and politics. It keeps people reactive, divided, and so much easier to influence. So much easier to influence. Fear wants control. Love, peace, restores choice. It restores your sacred sovereignty. I have good news. The nervous system can be guided back to safety, a place where you don't feel like you're drowning in the chaos, even though low-key you might just be sitting on your couch. Or maybe you are going through something directly and it's just overwhelming and drowning you. How do we get back to safety inside? That's what I want to talk about. When we can get to a place of internal safety, we can think more clearly. We feel more connected. And we begin to act from wisdom instead of alarm. When it feels like the world is in chaos. When it feels like the world is in chaos. Please stay informed, but don't drown in it. You know, there's a teaching that says the real war is not between groups. The real war is inside the mind, between fear and love. Whew. When I finally came to realize that, everything changed. When we believe that love is not possible, attack feels justified. But the same illusion lives in us every time we believe peace is impossible. We don't fight darkness by attacking it in the dark. I mean, you should at least bring a flashlight. We dissolve it by turning on the light. And then we can see what's really going on. And the light is not dramatic. It's just a regulated nervous system, a clear mind, a heart that is willing to see humanity again. Peace doesn't come from winning the argument. It comes from leaving the inner battlefield. People ask, how can you not be overwhelmed? It's not because I don't see the pain. It's because I practice not letting fear decide my mind. Fear used to pull me in fast. Just ask my husband. But now I notice it. I stop. I feel it coming up inside of me. And I breathe. And the harder it is to just take a breath, the deeper I know that I am in fear. Because it becomes easier the more that we feel safe. I come back to my body. And from there, I can respond. Instead of reacting by blowing up. That's what freedom looks like. Freedom looks like I don't have to be part of the chaos in my mind and in my heart. Let love guide your response to the world, not fear. In my moments of anger, I interrupt myself and ask, okay, what would love do? What would love do here? I can't see it. What would love do? What would love do here? Because I don't know the answer in the moment. But my nervous system, when I start asking those questions, my nervous system, it starts to open up and it looks for answers, baby. It starts to look for answers. And I've discovered the answers in different moments so many times that it's miraculous. It's miraculous how it's changed my life when I just stop and ask, what would love do right now in this moment? It's improved every part of my life, literally every part. I'm not ignoring the world. And I'm also not fighting everyone. I am being someone whose nervous system is not easily hijacked. That stability has influenced everyone in my life. Everyone, even my dog. She is much more chill since I have decided to have internal stability, mental stability. And my 2-year-old. Literally, not joking. When I ask, what would love do now? And all I'm trying to do is get him to put his PJs on. And I'm like, Lord, help me. And I'm like, I'm about to lose my mind. I'm not crying, I'm laughing really hard because this is real. The stability that I ask my mind for, it influences him, my 2-year-old. More than arguments ever could. In this way, I can think clearly. about how I can be part of the solution and forward progress. So this is where you come in. I am inviting you to collaborate with me. Email me, my website, go to the comment section. Please share with the world. When do you feel moments of freedom? Is it when you're cooking? When you're painting? Maybe gardening? Oh, I love plants. I have lots of plants right here. This is not real. But it makes me feel relaxed when I get to sit here. Once I decided that I want peace and love in my life internally, I started to change my environment to reflect that commitment. I started walking my dog more. I know that sounds jacked up. It's just hard when you have a 2-year-old who wants to take over the walk. I started walking her more, just me and her by myself. I started to make time for what gives me peace. Sitting with a friend, not going into pity parties, not going into, oh, the world is evil and chaotic. But instead, I started asking this question. Is what we're seeing in the world evil? And how can I flip that around to be good for me? Like, there's gotta be hope in this chaos. And I found it in this great book. It says, everything in the world is either love or a call for love. So now when I chat with my friends, we talk about the calls for love that we've been noticing. And that shift in perspective has just brought so much calm and peace and hope in me. And now I feel like I'm part of the solution in my everyday life. I'm open to seeing possibilities now. And then when I'm done chatting with my friend, I don't feel worse than when I started. Because, if something crazy is happening in the world and you just need to talk to somebody, and then you both, yes, it's really, really healthy to have a support system and to feel the empathy together and to feel sadness together and the fear together. Yes, there's no denial about that. But what's not helpful is when I'm addicted to the feeling of being miserable, of fear. And then I hang up the phone with my friend, and then I go back onto my phone and look at more things about fear. Just the whole day I'm just feeding my nervous system danger, danger. Just making myself feel worse. And I actually understand the neuroscience of it. So one day I finally realized, what am I doing? I learned to turn off my phone. So what is it for you? And please share it. Because these aren't small things. These are acts of peace. These are moments where fear loosens its grip. And when you share, you're teaching others about how to return to safety too. You're teaching others about how to return to peace. You're teaching others about how to return to love. You become the teacher of peace. Okay, let's reframe humanity. Let's renew our faith in humanity. Okay. The people we call monsters are often people who forgot that love exists. But when we decide that love is not real either, we join the same illusion. I discovered that peace is not naive. Peace is a nervous system state that allows wisdom, creativity, and moral clarity to emerge. From that state, people can build, people can help, we can solve problems cooperatively, and we can heal, not just from the chaos we see in the world, but the chaos in our past, the chaos that lives inside. It's the most neurologically powerful state that a human being can access. Like, think about that. Think about that. Love is not passive. Love is the most neurologically powerful state that the human nervous system can access. We're wired to need it. We are wired to want it. So if you feel no peace right now, you are not wrong. I'll say that again. If you do not feel peace right now, you are not wrong. You are not broken. Your nervous system may be overwhelmed. Stay here. Learn slowly, without shame. Peace is not something that you force. It's something in your body that you somehow remember to return to. There's this line I love. The heavy chains that seem to bind us to despair are not seen as nothing until light is brought to them. So let's be the light. Not by arguing more, but by calming our nervous systems, by remembering our power, by choosing not to live with a permanent war inside. My intention and the heart of this space is the pathway for highest love for myself, for you, and for the planet. I mean that. We got to start choosing the pathway that we want to be on, y'all. If you want to walk on that path too, you will find home and rest here with me. Because I'm going to talk about it. Not just the philosophical part about peace, but in reality, the neuroscience about peace. How can we get there? Please tell me what brings you back to peace, and I will help us understand the neuroscience of how to get that control back into our lives, and we can share that with each other. Take care.